Access your free language gifts right now before they expire. First, the Having a Party PDF cheat sheet. With this cheat sheet, you'll learn words and phrases like would you like a drink, guest, dessert, and more. Second, must-know phrases for rejecting invitations. This 1-minute lesson will teach you phrases like, sorry, I already have plans, I'm tired, and more. Third, summer plans conversation lesson. Go travel, relax at the beach, stay at home and sit on the internet. You'll learn how to say these and other summer plans in your target language. Fourth, must-know Father's Day vocabulary. Can you say Father's Day in your target language? You'll be able to with this quick 1-minute vocabulary lesson. Fifth, the Summer Season Writing Workbook. With this printable PDF, you'll learn all the must-know summer words and phrases. And you'll be able to practice writing the phrases out as well. Download it for free right now. And sixth, tired of apps that just teach you random words? With our innovative language learning app, you learn through conversations and start speaking in minutes because our conversation lessons are just 3 to 15 minutes long. Learning is that easy. Download it for free for the Android, iPhone, and iPad. To get your gifts and language learning resources, click the link in the description below. Download them right now before they expire.
Hi there, it's Ling. Welcome back to VietnamesePod101.com, the fastest, easiest, and most fun way to learn Vietnamese. The good news is the Vietnam government had just announced that they would operate international flights from January 1st, 2022. I know that when this video is published, it would be 2022 already, but that means after COVID-19, after 2 years of COVID-19, finally they operate international flights again. So that means you guys will be able to travel to Vietnam in some time. So in this video, I'm going to introduce to you the top 10 activities in Vietnam. So when you'll be able to come to Vietnam, you know what to do in our country. So let's get started. Thắp đèn lồng ở Hội An. Thắp đèn lồng ở Hội An. Thắp đèn lồng ở Hội An is a very interesting activity that you should try when you visit the center of Vietnam. So you can get a flight to Da Nang, and I think it takes only 30 to 45 minutes to travel by bus. From Da Nang to Hội An town, Hội An ancient town. So this is like an old town of the middle of Vietnam. This looks a little bit similar to the old quarters in Hanoi, but more colorful and peaceful. Every full moon day of the month, lunar month, they will have like a lantern festival. It looks really amazing, especially when you take photo shoots. So let's try it. Thắp đèn lồng ở Hội An là một hoạt động rất nổi tiếng mỗi khi đến ngày rằm. Thắp đèn lồng ở Hội An là một hoạt động rất nổi tiếng mỗi khi đến ngày rằm. Thắp đèn lồng ở Hội An là một hoạt động rất nổi tiếng mỗi khi đến ngày rằm. Next one, you have to ghé thăm Vịnh Hạ Long. Ghé thăm Vịnh Hạ Long. Ghé thăm Vịnh Hạ Long. One of the most popular places in the north is Ha Long Bay, and this is one of the 7 natural wonders of the world, so you must visit because it looks just amazing. I've been there a few times, and every time I am on the cruise, it feels really peaceful, like traveling around the bay. And there are a lot of high mountain on the beach, on the sea. It just feels very nice and natural, and it's quiet, it's peaceful. The environment or the ambience is nice, especially when you spend a night on the sea. So you just book a cruise, like a room on a cruise, okay? A few years ago, it was like around 1 or 2 million per night. And I think nowadays it's a little bit more expensive, but it's worth to try. So ghé thăm Vịnh Hạ Long. Next one is du ngoạn đồng bằng sông Cửu Long. Du ngoạn đồng bằng sông Cửu Long. Alright, du ngoạn đồng bằng sông Cửu Long, to cruise the Mekong Delta. I've never been to the west of Vietnam, the end of the country, that area. I think the furthest in Vietnam that I've been to was Phu Quoc. Yeah, I believe so. But the west of Vietnam is very popular for its peaceful view and the floating markets. So some famous cities in the west of Vietnam are Cần Thơ, Rạch Giá, Kiên Giang, Cà Mau, etc. So if you have a chance to cruise the Mekong Delta, it must be a very nice experience where you can experience the life of local people on the market. I heard that the food in the west of Vietnam is very sweet, so you must be very careful if you're not very used to eating a lot of sugar. Du ngoạn đồng bằng sông Cửu Long và ghé thăm chợ nổi là một hoạt động rất thú vị. Du ngoạn đồng bằng sông Cửu Long và ghé thăm chợ nổi là một hoạt động rất thú vị. Du ngoạn đồng bằng sông Cửu Long và ghé thăm chợ nổi là một hoạt động rất thú vị. Now let's talk about uống cà phê Trung Nguyên. Uống cà phê Trung Nguyên. Uống cà phê Trung Nguyên. Having Trung Nguyên coffee or having a cup of Trung Nguyên coffee. Trung Nguyên coffee is the most famous Vietnamese coffee brand owned by Đặng Lê Nguyên Vũ, which is like the very first man who brought Vietnamese coffee into the world. Aside from Trung Nguyên coffee, we have a lot of other coffee brands, but I believe that if you love coffee, you must have known about Vietnamese coffee Trung Nguyên. The price is a little bit higher than coffee on the pavements or like street shops, of course, because they have a brand, but the quality is really good. The coffee is thick and dark, the smells is good. And if you're not used to Vietnamese coffee or you just have Vietnamese coffee for the first time, be careful because you will probably not be able to sleep at night. Cà phê Trung Nguyên là thương hiệu cà phê nổi tiếng nhất ở Việt Nam. Cà phê Trung Nguyên là thương hiệu cà phê nổi tiếng nhất ở Việt Nam. Cà phê Trung Nguyên là thương hiệu cà phê nổi tiếng nhất ở Việt Nam. Next one is đi chùa. Đi chùa. Đi chùa. Đi chùa just simply means going to the pagoda. So in Vietnam we have chùa, pagoda, or like đền, temple. Chùa and đền are two of the most famous religious places in Vietnam because a majority of Vietnamese people are Buddhists, and so is my family. So basically on the first of Lunar month or the middle of Lunar month, we usually go to đền chùa, đi chùa. We say đi chùa, not to visit only, but to pray for peace, and other things. Not everything that we pray for, we can get it, but this is like a way to find peace in mind and to believe in something. So this is like a very nice culture of Vietnamese people. Đi chùa. So if you visit Vietnam for the first time, I'm not sure about popular temples or pagodas in the south or other cities, but because I'm from Hanoi, so you can visit Phủ Tây Hồ or chùa Trấn Quốc, or đền Ngọc Sơn, or chùa Ba Vàng in Quảng Ninh, chùa Bái Đính, or Yên Tử. So these are very popular religious places. Now let's talk about đạp xe quanh Huế. Đạp xe quanh Huế. Đạp xe quanh Huế. Đạp xe quanh Huế, to cycle around Huế city. So Huế is the divide between the north and the south of Vietnam during the war, and until now Huế has a lot of historical events and plays an important role of Vietnamese people. Huế has a lot of places and palaces and temples and pagodas as well. Huế actually is a very small city and it's very easy to cycle around, and you must try Hué's food as well. One of the very popular dishes from Huế is bún bò Huế. Of course, it's bún bò Huế. I'm in love with bún bò Huế. Đạp xe quanh Huế là một cảm giác rất yên bình mà bạn nên thử. Đạp xe quanh Huế là một cảm giác rất yên bình mà bạn nên thử. Đạp xe quanh Huế là một cảm giác rất yên bình mà bạn nên thử. Cycling around Huế is a very peaceful feeling that you should try. Next one, let's talk about đi chợ tình Sapa. Đi chợ tình Sapa. Đi chợ tình Sapa. Sapa is very popular in the north of Vietnam because it's on a mountain. The view is amazing and it was discovered by French people. So during the war, French people went there to find some places to relax. And they found Sapa, a small town on the mountains in the north of Vietnam. And until now, there are still a lot of buildings and houses with French architecture. A lot of Vietnamese people enjoy going to Sapa to enjoy the cool weather and the good food. So if you want to try and experience the natural feeling and views of Vietnamese northern area, you should try Sapa. Chợ tình Sapa is like a very popular activity of Sapa. It's like a cultural activity. I heard that in the past it used to be the place where couples can go there and find the love of their life. I personally never experienced chợ tình Sapa, so I'm not very sure about the details, but if you have a chance to try it, okay? Maybe you'll see the love of your life. Chiêm ngưỡng cây cầu vàng ở Đà Nẵng. Chiêm ngưỡng cây cầu vàng ở Đà Nẵng. Chiêm ngưỡng cây cầu vàng ở Đà Nẵng. Admire the Golden Hands Bridge in Da Nang. So it's like the bridge on the two golden hands lifting it like this. When I was in Da Nang last time, it wasn't there. I think it was built just recently. And Da Nang is very close to Hội An, which is the first activity that we have just mentioned. You can catch a flight from Hanoi, Ho Chi Minh City, and other big cities to Da Nang because they have an airport there. Just visit that bridge because it has a unique design. So a lot of people go there to take photo shoots, and they have like amazing pictures. I'd love to go there one day after the pandemic and domestic flights operate again. Next one, let's talk about tận hưởng sự yên bình ở đảo Phú Quốc. Tận hưởng sự yên bình ở đảo Phú Quốc. Tận hưởng sự yên bình ở đảo Phú Quốc, meaning enjoy the peaceful of Phú Quốc Island. It's a little bit touristy on weekends, I believe, but there are still a lot of places that you can find peace and really enjoy the nature and the environment. Traveling to Phú Quốc is also very affordable, and there is a direct flight from big cities such as Hanoi, Da Nang or Ho Chi Minh City. There is also an airport in Phú Quốc to develop tourism. The price is pretty affordable. The food is really good. Seafood is fresh, of course, because it's on the island, and the climate is really nice as well. The best time to visit Phú Quốc is probably from April to July because it's in summer, and after July it's gonna be a lot of storms, but because Phú Quốc is in the south of Vietnam, so it's not very cold in winter. Đảo Phú Quốc là một địa điểm du lịch rất nổi tiếng ở Việt Nam. Đảo Phú Quốc là một địa điểm du lịch rất nổi tiếng ở Việt Nam. Đảo Phú Quốc là một địa điểm du lịch rất nổi tiếng ở Việt Nam. I have never been to a lot of places in this video that I'm introducing to you, but I'd love to visit one day because right now we're in the pandemic and it's not very easy to travel. It's easy to travel, but it's not safe. So thăm bản dốc ở Cao Bằng is also an activity that I'd love to try once in my life because bản dốc waterfall in Cao Bằng is amazing. It's just stunning and it's breathtaking. I have to show you the picture because it's just incredible. It's not only one waterfall, but it's like the whole set of different waterfalls in one area, and it just looks so natural and so amazing that I couldn't express my feeling. To see the whole view and beauty of the waterfall, we had to use flycam. Thác Bản Dốc ở Cao Bằng is 100% natural, and I think it's not very difficult to get there. Bạn phải đi Cao Bằng để nhìn thấy sự hùng vĩ của Thác Bản Dốc. Bạn phải đi Cao Bằng để nhìn thấy sự hùng vĩ của Thác Bản Dốc. Alright guys, that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching this video. I'd love to introduce you about all the famous places and things about Vietnam. And I hope one day you'll be able to visit our country soon. Please don't forget to like this video, subscribe the channel, visit the website VietnamesePod101.com for more flashcards, lessons, audio files, and other things. Have your free lifetime account right now and get your real lessons by real teachers. And that's it for today. I'll see you in the next video. Xin chào và hẹn gặp lại các bạn. Hi guys, it's Linh. Welcome back to VietnamesPod101.com, the fastest, easiest, and most fun way to learn Vietnamese. What is there in June and what is famous about June? I'll try to find like all the things that I can think of about June in Vietnam. So that is also the topic today. June in Vietnam. Let's get started. June is in summer and Vietnam is a tropical country. You know that, right? So we have 4 seasons, 4 very clear seasons. Summer, winter, autumn, and spring. Summer starts from around May to September and it's super hot. So talking about June, we have to talk about the weather is very hot. Thời tiết vào tháng 6 rất nóng. 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 The weather in June is super hot. June in Vietnamese we say tháng 6 and thời tiết is the weather. Thời tiết vào tháng 6 rất nóng. Because it's very hot so we have to go to the beach. Vì trời rất nóng nên chúng ta phải đi biển. Vì trời rất nóng nên chúng ta phải đi biển. Vì trời rất nóng nên chúng ta phải đi biển. But where to go in June? We have a lot of different beach cities such as thành phố biển Đà Nẵng, Đà Nẵng Beach City, Đà Nẵng, Nha Trang, Nha Trang is in Khánh Hòa province, Hạ Long, Hạ Long we also have a beach, Hạ Long, what else? Phú Quốc Island, Phú Quốc, Phú Quốc, đảo Phú Quốc. We also have Côn Đảo, Côn Đảo, Côn Đảo Island, and Vũng Tàu. Vũng Tàu. Vũng Tàu is near Ho Chi Minh City. They're all very popular. You can go anywhere, you can go anytime, but it's better to visit in summer. Đi biển vào tháng 6 là thời điểm thích hợp. Đi biển vào tháng 6 là thời điểm thích hợp. Đi biển vào tháng 6 là thời điểm thích hợp. Nhớ nhé. Remember. Also, the first day of June is Quốc tế thiếu nhi. Quốc tế thiếu nhi. Quốc tế thiếu nhi. Mùng 1 tháng 6 là Quốc tế thiếu nhi. June 1st is International Children's Day. Mùng 1 tháng 6 là Quốc tế thiếu nhi. Mùng 1 tháng 6 là Quốc tế thiếu nhi. So this is the biggest holidays for children, of course. The second one would be mid-autumn. Mùng 1 tháng 6 là Quốc tế thiếu nhi. And on this day, children usually get a lot of presents and special treats from parents and adults. We can say vào mùng 1 tháng 6, trẻ con thường được nhận quà và cho đi chơi. Vào mùng 1 tháng 6, trẻ con thường được nhận quà và cho đi chơi. Vào mùng 1 tháng 6, trẻ con thường được nhận quà và cho đi chơi. Another special day in June which is Ngày của Cha. Ngày của Cha, Father's Day. It happens on 20th of June. So basically it used to be the third Sunday of June. Ngày Chủ nhật thứ 3 tháng 6 hàng năm được Tổng thống Mỹ Lyndon Johnson chọn là Ngày của Cha. Ngày Chủ nhật thứ 3, thứ 6 hàng năm được Tổng thống Mỹ Lyndon Johnson chọn làm Ngày của Cha. Ngày Chủ nhật thứ 3, tháng 6 hàng năm được Tổng thống Mỹ Lyndon Johnson chọn làm Ngày của Cha. It's not really a Vietnamese holiday, but because young people know about Father's Day on social media and other things on internet, we also use 20th of June as Father's Day and celebrate fathers. And also, if you noticed, in Vietnamese, we say the date before the month. Unlike in English, we use months first, right? And date later. But in Vietnamese, we say 20 tháng 6. We don't say tháng 6 ngày 20. We say 20 tháng 6 or 21 tháng 6. 23rd of June is my father's birthday, so it's also very special to my family as well. Let's talk about another day, which is Ngày Gia đình Việt Nam. Ngày Gia đình Việt Nam, 28 tháng 6 là Ngày Gia đình Việt Nam. 28 tháng 6 là Ngày Gia đình Việt Nam. 20 years ago, the 20th of June is decided to be the Family's Day of Vietnam. So in this year, 2021, we celebrate the 20 years anniversary of Ngày Gia đình Việt Nam. So this is a day where we appreciate the meaning of families, all families in Vietnam. We also like to spend more time with our family or just have a special meal together. So yeah, it's a chance for us to celebrate. One more day that I want to introduce you that might happen in June is not a specific day every year because it's in lunar calendar, which is ngày Giết Sâu Bọ. The real name of this day is the Tết Đoan Ngọ. Tết Đoan Ngọ. Tết Đoan Ngọ, Đoan Ngọ festival, Đoan Ngọ Tết, or festival of killing inner insects. Giết is to kill. Sâu Bọ means insects or bugs. Bugs? Weird. Because it's on May 5th in lunar calendar. So sometimes it happens in June. We will eat rượu nếp. Rượu nếp. Rượu nếp is a kind of fermented rice. We also eat sour fruit. Hoa quả chua or hoa quả có vị chua. Fruit with sour flavors. Hoa quả có vị chua. Because we believe that this day is to kill all the insects in our body. So we have to drink wine so that the insects will get drunk and die. Probably. We believe that. Ngày mùng 5 tháng 5 hàng năm là ngày Tết Đoan Ngọ. Ngày mùng 5 tháng 5 hàng năm là ngày Tết Đoan Ngọ. Ngày mùng 5 tháng 5 hàng năm là ngày Tết Đoan Ngọ. So hàng năm, every year, also sounds similar to the number 5. Ngày mùng 5 tháng 5 hàng năm là ngày Giết Sâu Bọ, but it might happen in June. Người Việt Nam thường ăn hoa quả và rượu nếp vào ngày Giết Sâu Bọ. Người Việt Nam thường ăn hoa quả và rượu nếp vào ngày Giết Sâu Bọ. Người Việt Nam thường ăn hoa quả và rượu nếp vào ngày Giết Sâu Bọ. The last one that I want to talk about is nghỉ hè. Nghỉ hè. Nghỉ hè. So June is a summer break of Vietnamese children because our school year ends in the end of May. Usually it happens after Ho Chi Minh President's birthday, which is May 19th. So when they finish the school year, it's gonna be summer break and it's a chance for them to relax. This is also a chance for all the families to go traveling because the kids don't have to go to school. So we will visit like all the places that we could, like going to the beach, đi du lịch biển, or going to the mountain, đi du lịch núi, or go hiking, đi leo núi, go hiking, đi leo núi, đi leo núi. Also, we can đi tắm biển, or go swimming. We can say đi bơi, đi bơi. Also, sometimes kids will have extra classes in June. We say đi học thêm. Đi học thêm, not very interesting and fun. Đi học thêm, go to extra classes or have extra classes. For adults, it's just like normal because we have to work whole year, right? But for kids, June is exactly their festival because they have no school. Tháng 6 là thời gian trẻ con thích nhất vì chúng không phải đến trường. Tháng 6 là thời gian trẻ con thích nhất vì chúng không phải đến trường. Tháng 6 là thời gian trẻ con thích nhất vì chúng không phải đến trường. June is the time that children like the most because they don't have to go to school. Or you can say tháng 6 là thời gian nghỉ hè của trẻ con. Tháng 6 là thời gian nghỉ hè của trẻ con. Tháng 6 là thời gian nghỉ hè của trẻ con. June is children's summer break. Well, that's it for today, guys. A very interesting topic, and I hope that we can talk about other months as well, so I can introduce to you good things about that month. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe the channel, and visit VietnamesePod101.com to get access to your free lifetime account right now and get your real lessons by real teachers. See you in the next one. Xin chào và hẹn gặp lại các bạn. Hello everyone, my name is Linh. Welcome back to VietnamesePod101.com, the fastest, easiest, and most fun way to learn Vietnamese. We've had a video about June in Vietnam, and since July is coming, today I'm going to introduce to you a few dishes to eat or a few activities to do and some public holidays or some special things about July in Vietnam. So let's get started. First, let's talk about the English calendar, which is the regular calendar that we are using. In Vietnamese, we say dương lịch. Dương lịch. Dương lịch. Dương means positive and lịch means calendar. So that means like the regular calendar. I don't know how to explain. Next one, tháng 7 có 31 ngày và rơi vào mùa hạ trong năm. Tháng 7 có 31 ngày và rơi vào mùa hạ trong năm. Tháng 7 means July, có has 31 ngày, 31 days, và rơi vào and it drops. Rơi means drops, but it means like and it's in summer. Tháng 7 có 31 ngày và rơi vào mùa hạ trong năm. Remember that we can use mùa hạ and mùa hè for summer, okay? Mùa hạ, mùa hè, they are both the same. Tháng 7 là tháng trẻ em nghỉ hè nên nhiều gia đình thường đi du lịch. Tháng 7 là tháng trẻ em nghỉ hè nên nhiều gia đình thường đi du lịch. Tháng 7 là tháng trẻ em nghỉ hè nên nhiều gia đình thường đi du lịch. It means tháng 7 July là tháng is the month trẻ em nghỉ hè when children or kids are in their summer break. Nên, so, nhiều gia đình, many families, thường đi du lịch, usually go traveling because July is in summer break, so a lot of families go traveling during this time. Next one, there are a few places that are very suitable for traveling during July, and the first one must be Mộc Châu. Mộc Châu. Du lịch Mộc Châu vào tháng 7 rất thích hợp vì thời tiết rất dễ chịu để đi thăm đồi chè. Du lịch Mộc Châu vào tháng 7 rất thích hợp vì thời tiết rất dễ chịu để đi thăm đồi chè. Du lịch Mộc Châu vào tháng 7 rất thích hợp vì thời tiết rất dễ chịu để đi thăm đồi chè. So, du lịch Mộc Châu vào tháng 7, traveling to Mộc Châu in July, rất thích hợp, is very suitable vì, because, thời tiết lúc này, the climate or the weather this time, thời tiết lúc này rất dễ chịu, is very comfortable để đi thăm đồi chè, to visit the tea hill. Hill? I don't know. Yeah, tea hill. Traveling to Mộc Châu in July is a suitable time because the climate is very comfortable to visit around. Okay, đồi chè is a very popular place in Mộc Châu and it's all green, the weather is really nice and the view is amazing, so you must go. Next one, let's talk about Phú Quốc. Tháng 7, các địa điểm du lịch ở Phú Quốc thường vắng vẻ hơn. Tháng 7, các địa điểm du lịch ở Phú Quốc thường vắng vẻ hơn. Tháng 7, các địa điểm du lịch ở Phú Quốc thường vắng vẻ hơn. So that means in July, tourist sites in Phú Quốc are usually quieter. Thời điểm này rất thích hợp cho những người không thích sự ồn ào. Thời điểm này rất thích hợp cho những người không thích sự ồn ào. Thời điểm này rất thích hợp cho những người không thích sự ồn ào. So this time is very suitable for people who don't like the noise. In July, usually in Phú Quốc, it's a little bit more peaceful, it's quieter because it's not really the main tourism season. So if you're really into traveling to a beach city but you don't like the crowd, then probably traveling to Phú Quốc in July is a good choice. Next one, let's talk about some special days in July. 27 tháng 7 là ngày thương binh liệt sĩ, so that means July 27th is the day for war invalids and mothers. On this day, we honor war invalids and mothers, and this is a very special day for the armies, the Vietnam military. Let's talk about another day. 28 tháng 7 năm 1985 là ngày Việt Nam gia nhập ASEAN. 28 tháng 7 năm 1985 là ngày Việt Nam gia nhập ASEAN. 28 tháng 7 năm 1985 là ngày Việt Nam gia nhập ASEAN. So that means July 28th, 1985 is the day that Vietnam joined ASEAN. Now, next one, let's talk about July in lunar calendar, which is the 7th month of lunar year. In Vietnam, we say tháng 7 âm lịch. Tháng 7 âm lịch. Tháng 7 còn được gọi là tháng cô hồn. Tháng 7 còn được gọi là tháng cô hồn. Tháng 7 còn được gọi là tháng cô hồn. That means July is also called the ghost month. We believe that in July, in lunar month, all the dead are released to join the world again or to visit the world. So that means there are a lot of ghosts around us. That means in July is not a good time for grand openings, for building houses or for signing contracts because it's like not a good time to do such things. In Vietnamese, we can say tháng 7 không phải là thời gian thích hợp để xây nhà. Tháng 7 không phải là thời gian thích hợp để xây nhà. Tháng 7 không phải là thời gian thích hợp để xây nhà. Since it's not a very good month, it's considered as bad luck if we do such things. If you could find a job or if you receive some money from somewhere, it's considered that you are very, very lucky because you receive good things in July, in July lunar calendar. Yeah, so that is pretty religious, but it's something cultural, so I'd like to share with you. Rằm tháng 7 là một trong những ngày lễ chính của Phật giáo Việt Nam. Rằm tháng 7 là một trong những ngày lễ chính của Phật giáo Việt Nam. Rằm tháng 7 là một trong những ngày lễ chính của Phật giáo Việt Nam. So that means the full moon of July is one of the main Buddhist holidays in Vietnam. Last one, rằm tháng 7 là ngày xá tội vong nhân và là ngày Vu Lan báo hiếu. Rằm tháng 7 là ngày xá tội vong nhân và là ngày Vu Lan báo hiếu. Rằm tháng 7 là ngày xá tội vong nhân và là ngày Vu Lan báo hiếu. So that means the full moon of July is the day for pardon for the dead and also to show appreciation to parents. And on this day, we usually prepare like a good meal and we enjoy it with the family. Yeah, so that's it, pretty much everything in July. So we have like some places to visit, some big holidays and also some traditional things in Vietnam. I can't wait to share with you a lot of other things in August, so keep watching and I hope to see you soon. Thank you very much for watching this video and don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel and visit the website VietnamesePod101.com to get access to your free lifetime account right now. We have a lot of flashcards, videos, audios, a vocabulary list so that you can join and also learn Vietnamese with native speaker. Thank you so much for watching again. See you in the next one. Xin chào và hẹn gặp lại các bạn.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Monthly Review, the monthly show on language learning, where you discover new learning strategies, motivational tips, study tools, and resources. By the way, all the lessons and bonuses you're about to see can be downloaded for free on our website. So click the link in the description right now to sign up for your free lifetime account. Okay, today's topic is the power of specificity and knowing what you want. If you don't know exactly what you want from the language you're learning, then chances are you might fail. Sounds harsh, but it's true. In fact, not being specific with what you want is the #1 mistake beginner language learners make. And that's why today you'll discover how being specific transforms you into a better language learner, how to change your learning approach and speed up your progress, how to apply these tactics with our learning system, and much more. But first, if you're looking for new free language resources and downloads, here are this month's new lessons and resources. Be sure to download these now before we take them down in a few days. First, the Having a Party PDF cheat sheet. With this cheat sheet, you'll learn words and phrases like would you like a drink, guest, dessert, and more. And second, the Summer Season Writing Workbook. With this printable PDF, you'll learn all the must-know summer words and phrases, and you'll be able to practice writing the phrases out as well. To get your free resources, click the link in the description below right now. They're yours to keep forever. And here are this month's updates for our language learning system. Learning pathways now include a journey widget, which shows your overall language learning progress, the next item widget, which shows you the next lesson to take, and your overall grade for the pathway. Just access one of your learning pathways on your dashboard to see these changes for yourself. And there's also the brand new Help Center to help answer and resolve any issues that you might have. Just click on Help Center and FAQ down in the footer menu of the site. The power of specificity and knowing what you want. Part 1. The power of specificity. Think back for a second. Was there something you really wanted to buy when you were a kid that you had to save up for? Maybe a game or a toy? Chances are you eventually got it, and the main reason you were able to get it is because you knew exactly how much you needed to save, and it was a matter of time until you saved up for it. So what does this have to do with learning a language? Well, because you had a specific price to aim for, you were being specific about what you wanted. This kind of specificity is a powerful way to reach almost any goal, including learning a language. How exactly? For example, think about the kind of New Year's resolutions that people set every January. Resolutions like, I want to learn a language, or I want to become fluent. These goals tend to be very vague and unrealistic, right? And these same people quit 1 week into January. But it's much easier and faster to reach more specific goals. Goals like speak for 3 minutes in your target language or learn 100 words in a month. Why? That's because you define the progress. You know exactly what you're looking for. 3 minutes, 100 words. Kind of like the price of that one thing you really wanted as a child. So having that specific number in mind is crucial, and you'll always think about it. You'll always know how far off you are and when you'll hit it. Whereas becoming fluent someday, well, what does that even mean? And how would you even know you reached it? It's hard to be obsessed with a goal when there's no specific point to aim for. So without a specific number, you'll never know what you're aiming for. And this brings us to the second point. Part 2. The power of knowing what you want. Do you know what you want from the language? Think about that for a second. You might be tempted to say, yes, I just want to speak and understand everything. But you're still being vague, which is the #1 sign of not knowing what you want. And the truth is, most beginners don't know what they want from the language either, aside from some vague goals. They'll get a textbook, download an app, and watch YouTube videos, just passively take things in, but their progress will be slow. They're not looking for anything specific, so nothing really sticks except for a few words. But let's say you wanted to know how to introduce yourself in that target language, so you know what you want. And then it's just a matter of mastering all the phrases for introductions. You'll learn it fairly fast. Same thing if you want to be able to talk about your family. Same thing if you want to master a specific grammar point that you still don't quite get. And once you've mastered this specific piece, you can go on to the next one, and you end up mastering more and more of your target language, all because you're being specific and know what you want. Now, all of this sounds simple, but it's not a beginner tactic. It's something that comes to you with time and experience. As mentioned, most beginners don't know what they want and rely on their apps and textbooks to guide them instead. That's just how we all learn as beginners. We don't know enough to start asking questions. But there are ways you can start being specific and intentional about your approach. Again, one of the best ways to make progress in your target language is to define what that progress is and be super specific about it. For example, learning 100 words in a month, speaking 3 minutes in your target language, or mastering a specific grammar point so you can use it freely in conversation. And the reason for that is because you have a specific goal or number, you know exactly what to look for, whether it's reaching 100 words or 3 minutes. And without a specific number, you'll never know what you're aiming for. So if you want to get a bit more specific with your learning, here are a few things you can do. Part 3. How to apply these tactics. 1. Set small, measurable monthly goals. For example, learn 100 words in 1 month. Finish 30 lessons inside of our learning pathway in 1 month. Send 1 message a day to your Premium Plus teacher. All of these are specific. 2. Ask questions and note down specific points you don't quite get. The fact is, you'll always come across words or grammar patterns that you don't quite get. So note them down and ask questions whenever possible. This will help you come up with specific items you'd want to tackle or master within the language. You can always ask us in the comment section of the lessons or your Premium Plus teacher if you're a Premium Plus member. 3. Similar to number 2, if you're learning with an actual teacher, always prepare a question to ask, even if you can't think of a good one. This puts you in the habit of being proactive and looking for specific points you want to learn, clarify, or practice. Otherwise, it's like coming to class, taking notes, and leaving, and then forgetting it all later. 4. Take time to think about what you'd like to accomplish specifically with the language. For example, if you're learning for a specific reason, like travel, then give yourself specific goals, like learn how to ask about prices or ask for directions. It doesn't have to be anything big. In fact, the smaller and more specific it is, the better. If you want to learn the language but are still struggling with making time to sit down and learn and making language learning a routine, there's a quick 2-minute solution to your problem. The 2-minute hack for learning and easily sticking with it. And in this guide, you'll discover 1. The 2-minute rule and why that's all you need to get a routine going. 2. How to learn the language in just a few minutes a day. 3. Which language tools you can use, including free ones, and much more. But first, if you don't yet have access to our language learning system, sign up for a free lifetime account right now. Just click the link in the description to get your free lifetime account. So, why are 2 minutes all you need to get started? First, you may already be thinking that 2 minutes aren't enough to learn anything. And you're not wrong, but that's not what the 2-minute rule is all about. The 2-minute rule comes from the book Atomic Habits by James Clear. And the way it goes is, if you want to form a new habit or routine, you should do it for just 2 minutes a day. Why? Well, those 2-minute rules are all about practicing showing up and making language learning super easy to start. So pick something easy that you can do for 2 minutes. And we'll reveal a few ways you can learn for just 2 minutes in just a bit. If you can show up and put in 2 easy minutes consistently, you now have a routine that you can improve upon. Now you can learn a bit more challenging things past those 2 minutes, and now you have a solid routine going. In other words, the 2 minutes act like a gateway routine. Do the easy stuff for 2 minutes. If you can master showing up and doing 2 minutes, then you can move on to the more challenging things like grammar, reading, or drilling vocabulary. But if you never master showing up, you'll be like the millions of language learners that set a New Year's resolution and failed it 3 days later. Now, how can you put in just 2 minutes a day? If you're learning with our system, you can This is a free service that sends you new words every day, improves your vocabulary, and you can easily spend 2 minutes reading through the word, the examples, listening to the pronunciation, and saying it out loud. Not quite 2 minutes, but it comes close. Our 3-minute lessons are a lesson series for absolute beginners, where you learn conversational phrases in just 3 minutes and start speaking the language right away. And you'll find the pathway for these lessons in our lesson library. Just look for vocabulary lists in the vocabulary drop-down menu on the site. You'll find hundreds of lists for common topics like greetings, talking about weather, everyday life, must-know phrases for conversations, and much more. And you can spend 2 minutes picking up new words or saying them out loud. The dialogue tracks are 10 to 30-second tracks with just the lesson conversation. So if you want to listen to native conversations or just review a conversation from a previous lesson, you can easily spend 2 minutes listening to one on repeat or several and train your ear and get accustomed to native speech. We email out freebie cheat sheets every month, so if you're on our email list, you should be getting them. And just spend 2 minutes reviewing the words and phrases on the cheat sheets. These cheat sheets are a great way to learn a bit of language in just a few minutes a day. So, if you want to learn the language and get access to these learning tools and our learning system, sign up for a free lifetime account right now. Just click the link in the description to get your free lifetime account. If you're learning the language, then you already know that spaced repetition flashcards help you learn words fast. But what if you use them for phrases and sentences too? You'd be able to speak way more, because that's how we all speak, through phrases and sentences. How to boost your conversations with spaced repetition flashcards. And in this guide, you'll discover how to do just that. You'll learn where to unlock hundreds of free phrase lists, how to master phrases fast with spaced repetition flashcards, and bonus learning tricks built into our flashcards. But first, if you don't yet have access to our language learning system, sign up for a free lifetime account right now. Just click the link in the description to get your free lifetime account. So, if you want to master sentences and phrases for conversations with spaced repetition, the best places to start are our free vocabulary and phrase lists, which you can find in the vocabulary drop-down menu on the site. Just look for lists that contain phrases such as the 10 lines you need to introduce yourself, top conversational phrases, daily routines, and much more. Then select all the phrases, click Add Selected Words to Flashcards, and then New Deck to create a flashcard deck for these phrases. You'll need premium access or a free lifetime account with our free 7-day premium trial. Now, in the same vocabulary drop-down menu, go to Flashcards, and you'll see your deck. Just press Study to start drilling the phrases. And the way spaced repetition flashcards work is, they track your progress and space out your learning over time. So if you know a phrase now, the flashcards will show it again in 2 days, then 4 days, then 8 days, and so on. Once you're done with the study session, that's it for the day. And all of this takes just a few minutes. Then your flashcards will remind you when to study again and start introducing new phrases while spacing out the ones you already know so that you never forget the phrases. And so you're actually mastering the phrases that you can use in actual conversation instead of just learning words. With our flashcards, you can test yourself on how well you can remember or produce the phrase, read it, or understand it. So, if you go to Settings, you can choose from Listening Comprehension, where you hear the phrase and the goal is to see if you understand it, Production, where you see the translation and the goal is to see if you can remember and produce the phrase, and Recognition, where you see the phrase in the target language and the goal is to see if you're able to recall the meaning. You can pick 1, 2, or all 3. Practice multiple skills to get the phrases to stick even better. So, if you want to learn the language and get access to these learning tools and our learning system, sign up for a free lifetime account right now. Just click the link in the description to get your free lifetime account. If you want to learn the language fast, there are some little-known learning hacks that you can use with our system. 5 learning hacks that you didn't know about. And in this quick guide, you'll discover 1. How to understand and pick up on every word with the read-along method. 2. How to improve your speaking and pronunciation with one tool. 3. How to immerse yourself in native dialogues, and much more. But first, if you don't yet have access to our language learning system, sign up for a free lifetime account right now. Just click the link in the description to get your free lifetime account. Ever listen to a conversation between native speakers and wish you could follow along with a transcript? Well, you can. In fact, listening and reading along is a popular learning hack for mastering a language. You pick up on every word, you improve your listening skills, reading skills, and engage multiple senses at once, which improves recall. And you can do just that with our lessons. On every lesson page, you get the complete word-for-word transcript to read along with. Shadowing is another popular language learning trick, and it's where you repeat what you hear as a way to improve your speaking skills. So, as you're taking our lessons, you can shadow the lesson conversation, and you can do this easily with the line-by-line audio dialogue, which breaks up the conversation into individual lines. Just press play on the audio to listen and then repeat. You can also use the pronunciation practice tool to compare yourself to native speakers. Just press the microphone icon, record yourself speaking the line, and then you can hear how your pronunciation compares to the native speaker. The dialogue tracks give you just the conversation of the lessons, no translations, so that you can review the conversations without retaking lessons. And if you're learning with our app, you can just set the dialogue tracks on autoplay and immerse yourself in different types of dialogues, boost your listening skills, and drill all the conversations into your brain. Just go into the settings on the app, and in autoplay, make sure autoplay is on. Turn on dialogue, turn off the other tracks, also set play next lessons to on, and the app will do the rest for you. Now, if you're not sure whether you're getting the most out of the lesson or not, well, if you follow our lesson checklists, you'll walk away knowing more of the language guaranteed. This premium PDF can be found inside the PDF download section of the lesson and gives you bonus tips to follow. Just print out the checklist and fill it out with every lesson. The word bank is kind of like your extended brain, where you can save words and phrases that you come across to the word bank, so you review them later. Just look for the word bank in the vocabulary menu on the site. But what's cool is you can also create printable study sheets for your words and phrases as well. Just click on Printer-Friendly Version. You can also click Export Word Bank. If you've organized and labeled your words into categories, such as verbs and adjectives, you can select that label and export it as a PDF. Then print the file out. You can write on it and keep it as physical study material. So, if you want to learn the language and get access to these learning tools and our learning system, sign up for a free lifetime account right now. Just click the link in the description to get your free lifetime account. Great work! Here's a reward. Speed up your language learning with our PDF lessons. Get all of our best PDF cheat sheets and ebooks for free. Just click the link in the description.